Alright. I had gotten distracted. No worries, everything is fine. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Why am I here? That's a real question. Okay. Look at us go. We out here. What? No. Look, I appreciate Eclipse that I should probably do shit like that, but I'm not. Also appreciate that everything's not working. Well, actually, everything is working. Just slowly. Where's this? Oh, it's right there. Yes. Hmm. Um, ba-doo-doo, do-doo-doo. Hold on. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so we out here. Okay. I've said that multiple times. I'm just gonna stop saying okay for like 2 minutes, and I'm just gonna like start, alright? How's that sound? That sound good? That sounds good with me. So I think we're gonna do that. In fact, I'm even gonna I, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so today we are going to work on first aid compatibility for DDD. Now it's been a hot sec since I've done some modding, but I did do some I did some off-camera mining. Um, let me show you what we've got here. We've got this first aid package here that has some stuff. Hi, welcome to the stream, schmooze mates. So renaming stuff with Craft Weaker did not work. Oh boy. Wait, it should totally work. Hold on. I'm gonna get sidetracked for 1 second. Vanilla items, item definition. Oh wait, it has a Zen getter. No, but there's gotta be a thing. Maybe it's an item stack. Yeah, dot display name, bro. Yeah. Dude, check this shit. I'll put this down here. Or I'll put this up here, actually. Sure. I don't know the metadata. I don't know the metadata for the plate, but try something like this. Right? This should set the global display name for it. If I'm not mistaken, that looks to be. Yeah, because that should be global. Whereas that one would be local. Yeah. Thermal foundation material 33. Okay, thermal foundation material 33. Whichever plate that is, right? Because they're all going to be different plates. Right? And you can just do this. While I'm here, I'm gonna. I don't want to explore a tech reborn repository. What am I talking about, bro? Not talking about anything. Okay. Crash report. Writing this approximately 30 minutes after I posted the log to Pastebin. Actually, I just figured out what the issue is. Apparently, the config has two different versions of the option all effectiveness. The guide in the CFG file has all effectiveness and all effectiveness. The first option is stated everywhere in the config but one place. Apparently, this issue actually stems from setting default armor distribution as it says armor effectiveness. So default shield distribution causing the crash because I copy pasted the erroneous option from the armor guide. Oh, the first topic to me is ideally the main issue, as shields need to not lose their durability for balance reasons. Yeah. Damage to elements isn't that big deal in the long run. It's just that shields seem to keep your POV fairly stable in vanilla when blocking damage, compared to using a fully effective one with DDD installed. The hurt noises and resulting knockback are far more annoying than the damage tilt animation. Look at the fourth topic more later tomorrow. I'm not really sure why that is acting so strange. Also, please don't worry or waste any dev time trying to make the mod compatible with Shield Break, as I figured that task would probably be fairly monumental / difficult compared to the payout you'd get from fixing it. Granted. I only mention it for sake of transparency, or if you intended both mods to be able to coexist. Well, this helps. Okay, so this is the report that was opened whenever it was. Like yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Um okay, so there's a couple things. I'm gonna add this to the to-do list. Big boy coding. Yes, I am. Hi, Kess. How you doing? Look at the disk. Yeah, try. This is globally though. Big. Try this thing. That should work. This is typos in config. Doing good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I so far have not broken anything yet, which is pretty good, even though I just started. Though I should probably fix a typo here. Default armor distribution. No effectiveness? All effectiveness? Ooh, wait. Effectiveness, all effectiveness. That's exactly what I did. Really? And that doesn't work? Dude, that's crazy. That's actually insane. That should totally work. Also, I was told I was told that that should that there should be a typo here. Uh-oh. There's no typo here. Um, so okay, the report says it says writing this approximately 30 minutes after I posted the log to Payson. Actually, I just found out what the issue is. Apparently, the config has two different versions of the option all effectiveness. All effectiveness, all effectiveness. It's spelled the same way. I'm not crazy, right? Wait, what if I made the typo here? No, all effectiveness. That's spelled correctly. And that's spelled correctly too. And this should that's crazy, bro. Because they're the exact same. Oh wait. Or maybe it's this one. That still makes no sense, bro. Okay, we got a fucking puzzle, boys. Hi, hello, hi. Yeah, I started a little late, but I got a little distracted. Got a little bit distracted. Okay. It seems to be a minor typo with default armor distribution. Default armor distribution has this, though. What if I fixed it, though? Oh, shit. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to quickly look at the code. Hold on. Maybe I can stream this part without playing the music that I'm playing at the same time. That would be good. Twitch has no wave emote. Ah, dude, I should add a Y wave. Maybe. I'll think about that one. Um, no, 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 no. That surprisingly worked. Okay, sure. Um, to check this. I have to check something real quick. Under source main here, config resistance category. Is there a typo here? No, it's typed right here too. That's so weird. Okay, so the issue here states that there is a typo. Or is that for the wiki? Oh, wait, maybe that's for the wiki. No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Um, The description of the config. Go here in new tab. I should really work on getting some music playing in the background. I need to work on that, because I gotta have that on a separate track. Sorry, I'm randomly spitballing while I'm working on this. Line 71. Or I guess it's this. Copy the permalink here, I think, right? Which one is this for? This is for default armor distribution. Okay. In fact, they should actually be the same string. What a fascinating thing. Oh, wait, maybe the DDD type collector is a mistake? Maybe that's what causes it. That would make so much sense, bro. Okay. Damage to animation is whatever. The hurt noises and resulting knockback are far more noise than the damage to animation. The hurt noise, I don't know if I can stop. Definitely, I can spell. Okay. Now let's switch this. Let's switch this back now. Now that I got that. Okay, so oh, there was a crash log posted. I should look at that paste bin. Error syncing field default shield resists of class. Default shield resists. Probably because of that. No enum constant. All effectiveness. Oh. Yeah, there's no all effectiveness. It's spelled incorrectly. Okay, maybe this isn't a thing. I'll have to look and I'll have to see, but currently everything seems fine. Oh no, yeah, no, it's just fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. So, Beautiful. Everything works there. So now the big brain stuff that I did. I need to get this to work with first aid, right? And so I've created this armor slot injector thing. I need to check one more thing here. I need to go look at thing. Uh, is this the right one? I wrote down somewhere where I was supposed to do. I think it's in the event handler. Yeah, it's in the event handler. Okay. Do I have damage distribution for source? Yeah, which is what it's supposed to do. Now, if it's null, we need to add that check in here. Once autocomplete decides to help me out here. There we go. If idist is null, then right. We need idist equals player size helper dot get melee distribution for the player. This is off top. I'm gonna help, or you know, a way to stop a cat from chewing my PC wires. Welcome to the stream, Tree Raid. To stop a cat chewing PC wires. I think if you were to like spray them with something that would like taste poorly, then they wouldn't want it, right? There's definitely something that you could perhaps spray on it that would like make it taste bad, and then they wouldn't want it, right? That would be my first guess. Either that or like wrapping, maybe like putting a cable tie around them and then wrapping them in something that would make it harder for the cat to actually chew through. But that seems like trying to protect it as opposed to trying to discourage it kind of thing. By cat toys. I don't know if that fixes the problem. Look, I've had a cat who loved chewing plastic. She had plenty of toys, but nothing quite satisfies the itch in her brain than chewing plastic, right? And so it's a matter of, well, in the case of the plastic, you just put that somewhere where the cat can't reach it, right? But with the PC wires, that's a little bit harder to do. So I would say maybe see if there's some kind of like spray you could put on it that like discourages it. Some like anti-chew spray or something. Because that shouldn't affect the material of the wires, so that should be fine. I don't know. That'd be my theory. Look that up and also get more toys. Yeah, that could be good. Oh, dude, I need to make this. Where's the, this context? Yeah, this context. Go into here and I need to change what this thing is because this takes the damage source. It needs to get the defender as well. It needs that. So this is gonna be a functional interface. This is going to be a void, and it's going to take an entity living base here. It's going to take a damage source, and it's going to take a set of entity equipment slots. Oh wait, and then it needs to not extend by consumer. Beautiful. So now I have to go to here. This needs to take the defender. You're fine, bro. Now I have to go here. And then this needs to take the defender. But it's not going to use it. Or it doesn't need to. And now sister's cat just sleeps all day. Oh boy. This is the defender, which I put into here. And then the source, right? It's not applicable. What do you need then? Source. Oh wait, because it needs to be a player. It needs to be a player. If defender instance of entity player then player becomes entity player. Basically cast this, and then else we just return. And now I can just use player here, because at this point we know that it's not going to be null. Because we've already cast it here, and if we can't cast it, then we've left already. Because we don't do anything. It's only for players where this matters. Yeah, okay. And then if idist is still null at this point, actually I can do this a little bit better. If that's null, like that. So we try and get the melee distribution, and if that result is still null, then idist is going to be random damage distribution dot get default. And then if that distribution we get, if that's castable, which it probably should be, I don't see any instance where it's not. We'll get it, we'll cast it, and then we will collect all of that, all the valid parts, and we will retain all of that. What I'll do here actually is I will do this first. That'll collect it to a list, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Put that like that. And then if you dot I don't want contains all. I want contains some. So then I should not do retain all. I need to like know in advance if this has this. I mean, okay. I could make a copy of the set. Yeah, I can make a copy of the set. Let's do that. I'm gonna make a copy of the set. New hash set, and we're gonna add U to it. So this is gonna make a copy, which is what we want. That way I can now then I don't need this now. Now I can just do this thing here. If U dot retain all, right? I think that's one extra. Maybe? No, I think I need. There we go. So if the set is changed as a result, then if well, I can do an and here. U dot is empty. So if it was changed and it's now empty, then I probably don't want to do that. Would there be any damage distribution I don't know if it's necessary to do this. I mean, I have to add another check anyway, right? I have to add another check here. Yeah, I have to add another check here. If source dot is projectile. What is your problem? is projectile. Oh wait, because it's T. That explains it. If it's a projectile, then I need a pair entity ray trace result. Result equals event handler dot hit list dot get because a map. For the player. I don't want to remove it. And now I can use this. If result is not null, I can get the entity equals result dot get left, or that won't do any, or it'll crash my Eclipse, bro. I'm breathing too hard. Never mind. Breathing just enough. This is going to be player size helper dot get slot type for projectile hit. Yes. I'm going to pass in the projectile and I'm going to pass in the player. And then I guess I just copy the same thing that's going on here. If slot is not null, that's why I do the part list. Why are you not responding? I'm just scrolling, bro. What is your problem? Bro, are you okay? Oh my gosh, dude. I dropping frames. Oh shit. Dude, that's wild. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I think it did. My entire computer froze. For no reason. I was scrolling and my computer decided no. So the stream didn't crash, it's just my computer froze for literally no reason. And now I got the notification from OBS saying it disconnected. That's great. But we're back. I apologize. So, I don't know what that was. It's still unstable. Why though, bro? Why? That's crazy. Can you? Wow. Okay. I wanted to run a speed test to see if I'm having some connection issues. Speed test can't even load. It's too embarrassed to tell me. God damn it. Eclipse, I clicked. It just died again, didn't it? For no reason. Once again. Why? Oh my gosh. Today's gonna be one of those days. Today's gonna be one of those days. Yeah, stop the page, bro. Okay, fine, whatever. God damn it. It's too ashamed to tell me how crap my internet is right now. Dude, Firefox just can't. What is my computer doing? Okay, okay, okay. Is today gonna be one of those days? Oh my gosh, please don't, dude. I just want to stream, bro. Oh my gosh. It's yeah, bro. Save this. It died again. Wait, no, it didn't. Okay, you good? No, it's not. OBS, now's not the time to crash on me, bro. This is the third time I've tried to open Task Manager. Finally, I was able to type it in the search bar. Why, bro? Oh man, I really hate it when this happens. Dude, what the heck is going on? I like how my disk is at 100% usage. That's cool. And it's not even OBS. Some random Windows process just deciding to use literally all of my disk. I don't know why. I'm tempted to kill this thing, bro. I'm this close. Pulling the plug on this thing's existence. Take it off of life support. Just, that's it. I guess I could just do retain all. But how is this thing gonna... This is the wrong thing. Oh yeah, that's right. These things have a priority. What's your priority? Oh, you go last. Wait, no, you go first. No, you go you go first. Yeah, because this thing is a tree set. Right. Okay. I guess I could do this. I don't like this though. Why am I making a set just to retain this? I can do it by just iterating over it. I mean, this is probably not going to take that much time to construct. Right? This is probably just like a super simple, super easy thing where it makes a set and it just checks that it's not null. And then it's good. Can I do better though? See, that's the real thing. I can do that. You would be done at that point. Now, you implement comparable. ODot priority minus list priority. So if this thing has a higher number, it'll return a positive number, which indicates a greater than. So yeah. I could add a functional interface thing on this, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, everything seems to be pretty good now. Just checking the bitrate. I don't know what any of that was. I don't know, bro. I mean, I might as well leave that like that. That's fine. Now, do I need this copy thing? Is that necessary? Leave there. Because I'm thinking of a situation where oh well, I have that right there. Okay. That's fair with good for me. Then maybe I don't need this right now. For now, let's not do this unless I know that I need to do this. Retain that. I don't need this either. Save that. All right. Yeah, everything's fine now. I don't know why the hell I had a stroke. Had no business doing that. Okay, whatever, bro. Whatever tickles your pink, bro. Alright, well, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, CurseForge crashed. My favorite. I wonder why it crashed. Maybe because for a moment there, my entire computer was calling out Mayday. And this is for determining the valid armor slots. This is not everything. It's funny how most of the stream strokes are during modding streams. When you play heavily modded Minecraft, everything is fine. See, this is what I'm talking about. I play Mega Man Battle Network. I do streaming. The stream decides to take a nosedive. I stress my computer to the brink of death, and it's perfectly fine. Why? Why are you like this? I have treated you with nothing but love and respect, my dear computer. I know you need upgrades. I can't afford said upgrades. So you just need to do your best. And right now, it seems like you're slacking on the job. And if my stream crashes now, that is because my computer is sentient and doesn't like what I said. So just keep that in mind. No, this one goes first, right? We just established that that one goes first. So I don't need to do this. What am I doing? There are no typos in the config. There is that, though, that I can do at the same time. Alright. We're gonna very quickly, or very slowly, I guess, Add this. Do I need Okay, that should be fine. And then that has to spend forever loading. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. And I have to spend forever loading. I need to make sure that this is actually being registered. On integration kernel. Why? Why? Bro, every time. Yeah, see, I don't have first aid here. Can you load my Gradle tasks? You really can't. Oh my gosh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Can you, hurry up? Load all my Gradle tasks, please, so that I can actually continue to do stuff? Dude, it should not take you 9 billion years to do this. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna turn fucking 80 before this thing finishes. You see this? It's lagging. Bro! Why? What is your problem? Holy crap. Why? That's that's the real question. Come on, compute my proposals. You got this. Thank you. Okay. Seems to be good. We put in this first aid integration. This first aid integration is not going to register the handler yet because we don't have that. Instead, it's going to do this, and if it's unable to hook into it, then it's going to do that. But that's only going to occur if it kind of crashes hard, in which case then I borked something. Well, it's taking some time, bro. Open the folder for this thing. I did not need to do that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm dropping frames, bro. Stay with me. Stay with me. Why is this taking an eternity? My gosh. Right. That should be everything that needs to be done there, right? Wherever I put that thing. This thing. Yeah. Okay. Wait, no, I didn't. I can do it now. I need to do it now. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now load my Minecraft, bro. This is what we're currently working on. While I look into that, one thing I can check is that right. I think if we do that, that should work. Because this will basically round this up, and that way, if the shield ratio is 0, then it won't damage the shield at all. But if the shield ratio is positive, it should be able to get the shield ratio as a double. And if it's 0, then it'll make it 0, whatever. But if it's at least something, it should make that minimum 1. Basically, it rounds up. You freaking serious? What do I need? I need Redstone Flux, and why didn't you install Redstone Flux? I knew it. Needs Redstone Flux, doesn't install Redstone Flux. Bro, you're freaking cringe. Alright, that's fine. I mean, actually, it's not. That's kind of dumb. That's right. There we are. Did we find first aid? We found first aid. Okay. Good. And Minecraft's not responding. Oh my gosh, this is really gonna be one of those days. Oh shit. Yeah, it broke. It broke on the init for the first aid reflection helper. Why? Get method. right here, damage distribution dot class dot get method. This is the right, yes, it's the right damage distribution. Get part list. Method descriptor. That's handle damage taken. Okay, whatever. Don't care about that. Min health. Distribute damage on parts. As a descriptor. Get part list. Yeah, and it's non null. Get part list. No, that's what I got, bro. I'm gonna do distinct damage descriptions dot fatal. Um, e dot get no. E dot get message. Let's see get localized message. Blah, 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 blah. Um, I'm actually gonna. I know this isn't gonna solve the problem, obviously, but I actually want to verify that this part works correctly, which I didn't do, and I probably should have. To verify that if it is implemented incorrectly, it should not work correctly. And you know what? You raise a good point. Well, hydration nation. That's not that hydration nation equals get a drink somehow, which I find amusing. But while that's building, you know what? I am gonna get a drink. So, Brib. I don't have a thing for this. I guess I should add it. Oh, bro, I don't care. Helps with blood pressure. That's true. I mean, I'm not triggered, if that's the thing. But it is challenging. Okay, we good. Throw this over here. So this first aid 1.6.22 that's installed here. What does my build.gradle specify? Probably specifies 1.6.22 if I had to hazard a guess. This tells me absolutely fucking nothing. That's cool. I'd have to go into external dependencies for first aid. Where are you? But okay, open it in a different thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I can't open it in System Explorer. Okay. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Version. What's this? Version is 1.6.22. Okay. So I have the same version in this mod folder that I have here. So that's good. Thank you, Spoosbites, for the sub. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Hope you enjoy it. And look at that. We've hit the sub goal. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad you've been having a good time. Sub goal hype. This is really cool. It's so cool. I think I actually forgot what I was doing. Oh, this is great. This is great. I did not want to open that. I don't know. I'm clicking random things on my computer right now. What will Yeelp do for sub goal? I had an idea in my head at some point. But I forgot what it was. What was the idea? Chrome, please go away. Thank you, bro. Okay, so while I contemplate this, it should now say to me that there was an issue. Yeah, DDD's first integration failed to load successfully. Please check the logs for the error. Okay, look at that. Freaking worked beautifully. Hmm. What should I do for the sub goal? Suggestion, play a new mod pack for one stream and see how far you get. Very interesting. I like it. I might do that. Yeah, sure, why not? I guess I actually don't need that because I can put shit. I can put this here. Oh, and do that. Why does it take you 9 years to compile? What things do I let's take a look see here. What kind of mod packs do I have loaded up currently? Not like loaded up, but like I have installed. Not that many interesting ones. I mean, there's compact claustrophobia, but I want to save that for after Continuum, which is like really far away. So I don't want to like dive into it right now. Also, that one would take a long time. I have a proposition for sub goal. Proposition for sub goal? Play Minecraft upside down. How's that sound? All right. That'll be Monday's stream then. We do that Monday. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way and this. Okay. No such method exception. That's what I got. A no such method exception. I wonder if that's because it's abstract. Okay. Okay. I have a bit of an idea. C is search for a matching method as defined below. If a matching method is found, it is reflected. If no matching method is found by step 1, then if C is a class other than object, then this algorithm is invoked recursively on the superclass of C. If C is the class object, or if C is an interface, then the superinterfaces of C, if any, are searched for a matching method. If any such method is found, it is reflected. Defining matching method in a class or interface C. If C declares exactly one public method with the specified name and exactly the same formal parameter types, then it is the method reflected. If more than one such method is found in C, and one of these methods has a return type that is more specific than any of the others, that method is reflected. Otherwise, one of the methods is chosen arbitrarily. Note that there may be more than one matching method in a class because while the Java language forbids a class to declare multiple methods with the same signatures but different return types, the Java virtual machine does not. This increased flexibility in the virtual machine can be used to implement various language features. For example, covariant returns can be implemented with bridge methods. The bridge method and the method being overridden would have the same signature but different return types. If this class object represents an array type, then this method does not find the clone method. Static methods declared in superinterfaces of the class or interface represented by this class object are not considered members of the class or interface. So, abstract methods should be. However, C is searched for a matching method. Returns a method object that reflects the specified public member method of the class or interface represented by this class object. That's the problem. It's public. I need to use reflection to get the wrong thing. I have an idea. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so my idea is to go to Scaling Feast, because Scaling Feast uses reflection, and I can double check how it's doing its reflection, because it's doing its reflection successfully, so I'm clearly doing something wrong here. And it needs to do reflection because it needs to access things that aren't accessible, right? So Draw exhaustion overlays, the declared method. But that's because this just doesn't have apple skin. Right, but is this really not the freaking way? Maybe not. Get declared method. Returns a method that reflects the specified declared method of the class or interface represented by this class object. A name parameter is a string that specifies a simple name of the desired method, and the parameter types parameter is an array of class objects that identify the method's formal parameter types in declared order. If more than one method with the same parameter types is declared in the class, and one of these methods has a return type more specific than any of the others, that method is returned. Otherwise, one of the such methods is chosen arbitrarily. The name init or CL init, or so init and class init, no such method exception is raised. Oh, so get method returns the specified public member method. The get declared method gets the specified declared method. So I think that's what I need. I think I just need get declared method, not get method. Because now this is going to do this. Private get declared methods with a boolean for public only. Aha, but that's not what we're doing here. Not get declared constructor, get resource, get protection domain, check member access, check package access, resolve name, for name, new instance, is instance signable interface array, is primitive, annotation synthetic, get name, get class loader. What the heck is this? Oh, neat. Get class loader, get class loader. Class loader, get type parameters, superclass, generic superclass package, interface, 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 component type, modifiers, blah, blah, blah. Get enclosing method, no one cares about any of this nonsense. Get enclosing constructor, still nobody cares. Get declaring class, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares. Still no one cares. Can I find the get fields, get methods, get constructors, get field, get method? Aha. And now this will include static methods. Check member access. Right. So I think that's it. I think I fixed it. I think I just need that. Okay. This should work. This should work. It shouldn't crash now, because I now I figured out what the problem was. And see, wasn't I such a freaking genius for like being like, oh hey, if this causes a problem, just throw all this out. And now it should actually say this in red text, we hope. If the first aid integration fails to load. So, you know, that should be good. But we did not run into a security exception. Well, we couldn't run into a security exception because we couldn't find the method to begin with. Dude, I finally understand. I know why everything has been garbage this stream. Well, not everything. I mean, just like my computer. It's Friday the 13th. Did you hear that? That was me having a stroke in my mouth. Jesus. I don't like the way that sounded. Okay, it's done building. Throw this shit in here. Boop. Launch. Okay. This should work. So, it should find first aid still. Yep, registering all the distributions, all the other nonsense. And let's see here. If I get a wall of like bold red text or something, which I didn't. I did not get. Yeah. Right at the part where it would occur, it didn't. Which means it worked. Now, loading in, it should not have registered the handler, and it should not say that the first aid integration failed to load. In fact, it shouldn't say anything other than the fact that it loaded in developer mode, which we bin knew. Exactly. Okay, so now, it should tell me how much health do I have? Okay, I've got full health. So, walking to this guy, valid armor slots, feet, legs, chest. I mean, kind of borked the way that's supposed to look. Let me just show you for a moment what it decided it wanted to look like. It told me, can I paste it here? It told me this. Valid armor slots, nothing, comma, feet, comma, legs, comma, chest. That could actually be a problem. Or I'm bad. But feet, legs, chest, that makes sense. I mean, only my legs took damage. But it did decide that those were the ones that should be applicable. I like how that took a moment. And that should probably have said head only. Valid armor slots chest. Oh, because it didn't shoot me in the head. It actually shot me in the chest. Look at that! Now let's have it shoot me in the head. Do a headshot. Come on. Oh my gosh, bro. You nearly killed me. Can you shoot me in the head? Nope. Something just fell into oblivion. And by something, I mean stupid zombies. Okay, you're gonna shoot me in the chest then, buddy? You shot me in the arm. But it actually did reduce my armor effectiveness correctly. It is determining the right slots. And there it said feet, legs, chest. And, it probably said head. Oh. Yeah, it said the whole thing. He took my helmet. Bro, I needed that. Okay, so that's really good. And, for example, running in here does seem to randomly oh wow, I died instantly. I mean, what else would we expect, right? Okay. Nice. And for all those, it is saying, like, feet, legs, chest, all this other stuff, which is great. Feet, legs. Yeah, which is exactly what should be there. It's correctly doing that. Okay. That's good to know. So it's correctly injecting which armor slots are valid. Now, there is something that's um this is not right. Something about this is wrong. Now we've done, well, we did this part, right? Now we actually don't need this. We instead, what I want to look into is item attribute modifiers. Now, the advantage, in theory, I could just always apply the item attribute modifiers, but it might be a little bit better and a little bit more convenient to know which ones I should apply it to first and do it that way. Even if inherently it might not really matter. And this is a good fallback. This is a good fallback if I can't get that attribute modifier thing to work. So what I'm thinking I want to do you know like a mod that lets me reload the entire game at the press of a button? Not offhand, no. Also, I completely forgot to check the other thing I wanted to check, dang it. That's fine. That's for each slot. What if I override the combat tracker? That's probably not a great idea. Because there's no distributor for this thing, right? Oh, well, there is. Figured the renaming thing, for some reason, the mod wouldn't read the lang file in the RP if the US is uppercase, even though I pulled the file right out of the mod. It depends on the version of it, actually. Let's see. It depends on your pack meta. A pack format of 3 should be used starting with Minecraft 1.11, and it should all be lowercase. en_us lowercase .lang. A pack format of 2 will load it with the legacy v2 adapter, which requires language files to have uppercase letters. So I use pack format 3. Then it should be lowercase. Because I assume the format just meant what game version it's meant for. Technically, yes. Sort of. But try... I mean, using pack format 3 is what's recommended, but change your US to lowercase. Because it won't load it that way if it's uppercase. It gets all caps, and I have no idea how it's working inside the mod. I don't know either. It's probably the mod probably says that it's using pack format 2. But if you're using pack format 3, then yours has to be loaded. Yours has to be spelled with lowercase letters. Oh, so I see. It applies the base stuff and then it overrides it with that if it's applicable. I see. I am curious. Event handlers with the same priority are called in the order that they were registered in. This isn't documented, so it's probably best to consider an implementation detail that shouldn't be relied upon. Damn it! Yeah, and events are definitely a place where more conflicts can occur. Yeah, okay. So, I now need to figure out how I wish to take the armor calcs and merge that and stuff. I could do it in the combat calculations. Because on hurt has priority low. I need to have another injector here, basically. Kind of. I don't know if I really like that, but it could work. There's at 1.12 mods. You only use pack version 2. My mods use pack version 3. My mods have always used pack version 3. It's an implementation detail that shouldn't be relied upon, but I need this to go after you, but before first aid. Okay, I need like an injector here, basically. It doesn't need to be an event, just a little injector here. Because it has to have another injector. Determine the valid armor slots and our modifier injector needs to extend IDDD calculation injector, and also I think I'm just gonna switch to format 2 for the sake of sake. I mean, fair enough. Now, should this return a value? Yes. And then in here, this is a map. Entity equipment swap to armor values. That's the delta. I guess this technically extends a by predicate. Entity equipment slot and armor values. What's your problem? It's not a functional interface. Nonsense. Actually, you know what? I don't need this by predicate. It is a by predicate, but it doesn't. I don't need to list it as a by predicate. Okay, we have this injector now. Now I need to set up this injector. I armor modifier. What was it? I armor modifier injector. And now we go to here and we do armor mod injectors dot for each. No, I need to not do that. Now I do four. I need or I guess that's for each. If should apply and injector dot, sorry, if it's not going to be applied, wait. If it should apply, it should fire. Always. But if it's not going to be applied, then it should fire if only that. Apply equals injector dot modify should apply vals. And if we're not going to apply it, then we're going to return out. Otherwise, we're going to apply it. New I armor modifier injector. Add the unimplemented methods. Priority should be this should I think I want this one to fire first. And now this is where we're going to have to apply the attribute modifiers. Hi, GD Ballistic. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. How's it been? What am I working on? I am working on adding compatibility for first aid with DDD. I'm pretty good, actually. There's been a lot of cool stuff going on recently. DDD. DDD is here. I'll give you a little rundown. Whoops, let me do this. It's a mod that I've developed for 1.12.2 that basically adds a whole bunch of D&D style damage types and stuff to Minecraft, and now I'm trying to make sure that it works well with first aid. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. This mod has been out since like 2020, so it's actually been around for a while, but it's it's taken a bit to get to where it is currently. Now because this is going to be included in RLCraft and RLCraft has first aid, I'm trying to make DDD work with first aid so that it can work well in RLCraft. That's basically it. I have a large to-do list of a whole bunch of stuff that I've done. This is the stuff I basically just have this left to work on, and then I have a couple of other things before I want a full 1.7 release. Right now playing NamiCraft mod pack. I have not heard of that pack. What's it about? Yeah, the Greg Tech series? Yes, I am familiar with Greg Tech. It's in the Greg Tech series. Oh, is it that one that like takes an eternity to beat? Or is that a different one? No, that is GTNH. Okay, gotcha. Nama Factory. Oh, Nama Factory. Not NamaCraft. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I still haven't heard of Nama Factory either, so not much has changed there. Okay. So I need to change this. This needs to get the defending player. Alright, get fighter. Because I need to be able to get the items from the slot of whoever is being dealt with. So if defender instance of entity player. Actually, can I just do a not thing here? If not defender instance of entity player, just return will mods be applied. Just leave it as is. If they're not a player, because we only need to do this for the player because first aid only applies to the player. It does not apply to other mobs. So, in that case, now we have the player. And now what I want to do is basically return false at the end, not have the mods be applied. And then for... Well, I'll do the delta armor dot for each. We'll do a by consumer that's gonna go over the slot and the armor values. This is the delta armor. So now we do player dot get item stack from slot. Sorry, this is just an item stack. And now if the stack dot is empty, we don't have anything we need to do because there's nothing in the stack that should be there. Unlikely to happen, but basically a more complicated version of GridTech New Horizons, but it's a lot shorter. That's good. That's good. All I've heard about New Horizons is that it's freaking eternity to do. And, yeah, I probably will never play New Horizons. I respect what New Horizons is, but no thanks. Takes 5k hours. 5,000 hours. Dude, I can't even put 5,000 hours into the eating. Fuck, I don't know. When I get a better PC, I'm defo playing it. Yeah, that's fair. If the stack is empty, don't do anything. If the stack is not empty, then we can do stack dot add attribute modifier. The attribute name, the attribute modifier, and the equipment slot. That's a long time. That's about 209 days of straight gameplay. Yeah, it's like almost a year of just playing the game. This is the attribute name. Attribute modifier collections. I'm getting into LV. By the way, I have 7 enchanting tables and God knows how many handfuls. Oh God. It really is one of those. Armor values dot for each. Default implementation behaves as if... Okay, but it's iterable. It should go over the, Well, wait, if I have for each, then I have iterator. right? Armor values dot iterator. I have iterator. Beautiful. And then I need attribute modifier collection. Um, should be. Wait, no. Wait, can I just iterate over the armor attributes then? Because no, let's iterate over the modifier records. Record. I don't know. I might as well. Goals. This is going to be lists dot new array list armor toughness. So that's public static final. Okay, that's good. Now I can do and this is an iterator. Iterator on armor, no, float, right? Armor values IT equals this thing. Get me this iterator. Now I need to get another iterator. And this iterator is going to be over modifier record. Armor mod, armor mod IT equals DDD attribute modifier collections dot armor modifiers dot iterator. Beautiful. Import everything we need for that. Now, I guess I don't need to do this because I can instead do a for each. For modifier record rec in DDD attribute modifier collections dot armor modifiers. Or why don't I just do a for each, bro? DDD attribute modifier collections dot armor modifiers dot for each rec goes to this here. Now the first one should be, because it's a list, so it should be in that order. Stack.add attribute modifier. We're going to do rec.get name. Modifier is going to be a new attribute modifier. So the ID in is going to be rec.get UUID. This is going to be rec.get attribute modifier, get attribute modifier dot get name, and this the amount is going to be armor values dot next, or sorry, armor values it dot next. I might do that. I don't think that makes a difference. Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. Operation in should be 0. And the equipment slot should be the slot. And that should, in theory, do it. Right? And now we just don't apply that. We have all of that, and that's good. And now, though I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. At subscribe event priority dot highest on first aid damage. First aid damage event. First aid actually provides its own event here that we can use. Oh, I think I need priority equals that. Probably. Yeah. Event dot yeah, I can get the player. Dot get entity player. Now I have to remove these things. That's the harder part. Actually, entity player equals event dot get entity player. Now, if player.world.isRemote. I'm probably gonna return. Right? Because that's how I've done it here in the combat calculations. The world is remote, return. So I should probably do the same thing here. Now, accessor.get DDD combat tracker for the player. Get new delta armor values. If present. And now I do a for each on that. Vals.for each. Okay, now we're in here. If it's present, then for each thing, because it shouldn't be cleared out yet because we're not done. Val stuff for each slot armor values. All right, so now this is mainly just for the slot. Equals player dot get item stack from slot. If stack dot is empty, we will return. Because it doesn't matter. Otherwise, now we need to remove the modifier. Nullable, stack dot get tag compound. Get what? Stack dot get tag compound. Is this not null? No, this could be null, right? Now, I actually need to look at quality tools for a quick sec, because quality tools has a thing where it's going to get the tag compound. It's going to map it to getting the compound tag, and then it's going to map it to a bunch of other stuff, getting the tag list. Creating the attribute modifiers, and all that other stuff. Okay. Dot map. Tag dot get. Is it a compound tag? I need to now know. Stack. That's the Phantom wiki, which I don't care about. Um, there we go. Here's the regular wiki. Items. Item format. Sure. Yeah. All right. All items can be modifiers to affect various attributes. So this is a tag list. Now, has there been any changes to this thing? Name tag is now a text component, whatever. Enchantment names with enter enchantments, lore, whatever. Block state tag, like enchantment, high fly potion, and okay, so beautiful. This should work as is just fine. Get compound tag. This should be attribute modifiers. Does my mod consts have that information with it already? Probably not. No, it doesn't. attribute modifiers, like that. So now nbt dot attribute modifiers key. No, this is not a compound tag. This is tag dot get. No. Bro, you're cringe. There you go. Get tag list. nbt dot attribute modifiers key, and this is nbt dot compound tag ID. This is now mapping to an nbt tag list. Now I can do a dot if present. Where in here I'll do lst dot for each. No. Can I do an iterator? I can do an iterator. Right, no, I need to iterate like this. For int I equals 0, I less than lst dot size? Length? Okay, count. Right, well, it'll do all that casting and stuff for me, which is nice. And it basically ensures this is non-null, because it will return a new MBT tag compound. And now, each attribute, name of the attribute this modifier is to act upon. The name of the modifier has no known effect. Okay, but this thing here adds an attribute modifier, but the attribute modifier itself has that. So this is the attribute modifier. It adds the attribute modifier list. This needs to flat map, right? Of nullable. Just in case it doesn't exist, because it might not. Then, when we're adding this, it writes this modifier. That attribute name, where is that used? MBT compound.setString. Oh, so it writes the attribute modifier to MBT, and then it writes the attribute name. What? Which means this is wrong. This needs to be, this thing needs to be rec.getAttributeModified.getName. This needs to be rec.getName. Because this is the name of the attribute this attribute modifier modifies. Yes. This is making sense so far. So now if name, what the hecku? Name tags now a text component. Where am I? Here. It's a string. But what does this say it is? Probably says it's a string. Yeah, it's such a string. For the attribute name. Oh, but what about this? It sets a string anyway. That's fine. Okay, so it's a string. It's a string. If compound dot get string and be dot name, it should be name key. And it should also be syntactically correct. That's kind of important. What? Bro, what? Not convert from string to boolean. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I don't need to make it final. Get modifier record from name. Armor.get name. We return armor. Am I dumb? Not ends with, bro. Equals. Yeah, I saw that being a problem. Okay, we'll do it differently. We need to make this a actual for each loop. I don't know why it scrolled down 5 billion lines or whatever, but you know. No. I mean if. I mean if. I mean if, bro. There we go. That'll be a little helpful little utility thing. No, bro. Get modifier record from name. We passed in a name. Dot this pass the name dot if present now. You know what? I think actually I can just do an is present. If it's present, then that means I have found something I need to remove. So I can do lst.remove tag at I minus minus. This here, lsc.toString, that can probably work. Maybe this should be debuglib. Debuglib dot output formatted debug. Oh, I don't need this then. And I'm pretty sure all this does is it just makes a call to that, yeah. No, this needs to check. What are you doing? Having two checks is better. If not status, return. As string.format doesn't need to run if not enabled. Saves us a call there. Oops. Good. Okay. Because this logger is, well, it is public. That's fine. It's no big deal. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here, but we will see. Uh, output format debug. Wait, does this attribute modifier have a toString thing? It probably does, right? It does. I think we're doing pretty good. Add the attribute modifier to this slot. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. I think I've successfully demonstrated that I have a vague idea of what I'm doing. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, I just realized what did you realize what I did? I didn't put that in. This build is useless. Right. I can't delete the mod if it's open there. That makes a lot of sense. Now throw this bad boy in here. Good. Okay. Now, whatever I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah, launching the game. Wow, good for me. Okay. It should be good now. It should register this handler. Everything should be good. We have the infrastructure here to get all this stuff working nice and well with each other. Okay. So, first things first. If I take damage here, like nothing happens because nothing should, as you know. So if I put this on and I get shot in the chest, I should still have like full piercing effectiveness probably, right? Yeah. You shot me in the foot, bro. Add an attribute modifier to chest slot. Attribute modifier, amount 0, operation 0. To chest slot. Added 0 for all of that. Armor values for chest slot. Change chest plate armor values. Oh, because it has full piercing effectiveness, it adds a modifier that does nothing. Generic to armor. We have that, right? And that check occurred. We threw that out before we removed the tags. Now, stepping in here, full effectiveness. Come on, bro. Hello? Let me out of here. Okay, yeah, it does the same thing. It Yeah, still has the two tags, which it should, which allow me to apply my full armor, right? Okay, so let's swap this out. This has pretty like marginal stuff. We're not gonna worry about this one, actually. Okay, so they both have one tag. Why do you have two tags? Oh, probably because it didn't have attribute modifier. Well, let's see. Alright, bro. Hit me. Two tags. And my armor is gone. What about this one? Yeah, that didn't do anything. That removed the armor. It's gonna remove the armor here too, which we don't want to do, and I don't know why it's doing that. And it should apply minus 1.8, and it does apply a minus 1.8. Roughly. Amount is that. Chest. The solid chest attribute name is that. Operation 0, and then it's that. And then this is the toughness one. Okay, there's a couple things I need to check. In here, stack.get attribute modifiers for the slot. What does this give me? It gets me a multi-map. Stack.get attribute modifiers. It's a multi-map. I don't know what it's mapping. Are multi-maps not maps? Oh, they aren't. Look at that. Ain't that something? I can do as map. Okay. Dot as map. No, not slot dot as map. Oh wait, no, that is right. Dot as map. Because I'm getting the feeling that the original attribute modifiers are being altered. Or that an armor value go to our armor classifier and check item armor here. Get item attribute modifiers. Because it seems like we're okay, 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 okay. We're like on the cusp of something, I feel. You. What's the call hierarchy for you? Get attribute modifiers. Stack.get attribute modifiers. Okay, where's this used? It's used here. Oh, I have an idea. On the first aid event handler, we'll inject it and stuff, right? And then here, when we remove the tags, we will check to see if the list is empty. Dot. This is where it tries to get the tag list. We need to remove it. Remove tag. nbt.attribute modifiers key. Because it's empty. So, no need to keep it. And since it will have no attribute modifiers tag, right? If it has tag compound and it has the key for attribute modifiers, then it'll do this. But there's unlikely to be an item that just gives you armor toughness, but not armor itself. Because that would do, like, nothing. So what I need to do is I need to count I need to check the attribute name. Whoa. Equals attribute name. Else if compound dot get string nbt dot attribute name key dot not short get string dot equals ddd attribute modifier collections dot armor dot get attribute modifier dot get name. Existing armor mods equals true. Now, if it has existing armor mods, Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. No, that does make sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, if it has existing armor mods, then it doesn't matter. Because if it has existing armor mods, then that's fine. I don't need this. I don't need this either. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Basically, if we remove all the attribute modifiers, so what's happening here is that when DDD removes its attribute modifiers, it still leaves that list behind, and so then Minecraft goes, oh, this armor item has attribute modifiers, so I'm going to use this to determine what this armor piece's armor is, but the list is empty, and so it reports that there's no armor that it provides. So basically, if the only attribute modifiers this armor piece has was given by DDD, then DDD needs to remove the entire list so that Minecraft goes, okay, this thing doesn't have an attribute modifier list anymore. So I'll use the item attribute modifiers from item armor, which will correctly report the armor that this thing should have. However, I was wondering, oh, but what if DDD has removed its attribute modifiers, but there's still attributes left? Well, if there's still attributes left, then the armor piece was working fine before DDD added its armor values, which means after DDD removes its armor values, it shouldn't break. Like, it should still report the correct amount of armor because it was reporting correct amount of armor when it had attribute modifiers before DDD added its own attribute modifiers, so it should still report the same thing after DDD removes its attribute modifiers. The only thing is that if the tag count is 0 and DDD removes all the attribute modifiers that the item has because it only had those temporary attribute modifiers, then DDD has to remove that list as well so that Minecraft will go back to behaving as it did before. Did that make any sense? Hopefully it did. We're gonna get going for today. Well, thank you for dropping by. I don't know exactly when you sent that message. It might have been a while ago. I think I might have had something else up for a sec there. But yeah, glad you were able to tune in. I'm gonna, because I had this brilliant idea, I'm gonna quickly check the idea to see if it works, and then basically just get going, more or less. Okay, so the build is done. And then I'll have no way of verifying right now if it works. I'll have to do some testing to verify that it works correctly. But assuming we get there, this seems to be the correct way of doing this. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Feeling rather big brain about this. I don't know what these armor pieces are, but they're not right. Neither is this, so... This thing works, but I seem to get consistently shot in the chest, so... I don't want to use this one yet. I'll mess around with that one, but not right now. Oh wait, but I'm not gonna get any attribute modifiers. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, it says I was stabbed, but I should not have been. Wait, I need to get that. I need to get that chest plate back. All right. How do you look? You look like you still work. Um. Yeah, that's a problem. But it's working. More or less. It just needs to add the actual armor value of the item to this. Like, it should not be... CT.get delta armor values. Oh, so this is the combat tracker. Oh, wait. Combat tracker. I don't know which one this is. This the right one? Yeah, this is. Okay. Armor values. Each armor value is gonna put sub negative roll, handle potential negative, or the original armor values. Right, the original armor values from the armor classification. Now, the armor values from stack. Right, we're close, we're close. All right. That's pretty good. That's where I'm gonna wrap it for today because I've done a lot of stuff. So thank you for helping us reach the sub goal, everyone. I really appreciate that. And so on Monday, I'm gonna be playing some Upside Down Minecraft as a sub goal, uh, like reward. I guess we'll go with reward, yeah. So that'll be Monday. So be sure to tune in for that. And with that, I'm just gonna have to get going because I've got some stuff I gotta do before I head off to work. All right, so thank you, everyone, and I will see you all Monday. Okay, take care.